because the concerned citizen group that I may or may not join, probably not going to join, but will probably hang out with them a little bit more. Jeff the Socialist did a socialist forum, where he went over what socialism is and is not. Uh-huh. And it was a pretty little interesting thing. And I have opinions about this, but also I'm just kind of, oh God, we can't do this because you're a villain.
Oh.
You can't do this. This is side-specific mission and require all team members to be on the same side. Well, fuck.
Well, the hell with me.
Well, the hell with you. Well, all right, we can go to Granville and just do fucking paper missions.
All right.
All right, fuck that. God damn it. God damn it, game.
Stupid Romans.
The past is apolitical. Either that or you could, I don't know, turn to a Shady Rogue or something. It's whatever you want to do. Whatever's easiest.
What is easiest?
Go to Granville and do paper missions.
Yeah, I guess so.
Can I do well, I'd have to promote you to, because we'll probably have to run your paper missions.
Okay.
Because you'll be the paperman.
Get the papers.
Okay. So went to, I'm completely overdoing the choices because I'm just describing my adventures in socialism.
Well, may as well just go on ahead.
Okay, all right, because I do think this is interesting, because I think I might be a communist.
Oh man,
I think
you've been haunted by the specter of communism.
I think I might be a communist, but I might also be jumping ahead. So Jeff the Socialist, he's got at least 20 years older than me. I'm gonna promote you.
Okay.
As the kid. All right, you are now promoted. And so he's a retired dude. And so he puts on this forum. And I'm going to Granville. Okay. Level 40 to 50. We're gonna get this going. And he went over a bunch of terms and a little bit of history. In a nutshell, he describes himself as a social capitalist.
Okay.
And if you go for it, just go for
it. Jeff the Socialist
has capitalism in his designation.
Okay.
You can go ahead and ask if you think Jeff is a cop already. If you
did he have a cop haircut?
He does kind of look like a tall, slender toe.
God, I need to talk to Wiggy the Brit.
Oh, we're gonna go rob a bank. All right.
Where is that jerk?
He's over this way. I can take you to Wiggy the Brit.
Following you.
Okay.
Did he have his wraparound Oakleys?
No.
Okay.
That's
too obvious.
Yeah, he's a tall, slender, bald. He could I don't know, cosplay as Jean-Luc Picard pretty fucking easily.
Okay.
So he describes kind of this spectrum of what socialism is. And what it isn't. He pretty much was like, hey, I'm not a communist. Socialism is not fascism. But he didn't describe what fascism was, which honestly I kind of wish he had.
At least taking a stab at it. It's a complicated subject, but yeah.
It is, but these things words do have meanings, and this stuff is based on like the writing of specific people, but they're dead.
Yeah.
And this is the world we have to live in, and it's not the holy text, it's a framework. So basically my takeaway is that Jeff wants to fix capitalism using socialism.
Okay.
That he, because he mentioned FDR and like the Economic Bill of Rights and so forth, all stuff that I can get behind, but specifically saying, hey, I am not a communist, and also doing a little bit of that. Well, communism, you see, it just doesn't work.
Right.
It just doesn't work. There's just something, about communism that doesn't work. And let me list these 5 countries that identify as communist, and they don't work, and they're shitty places to live, with zero context of why they're shitty to live there.
And often countries that couldn't make democracy work either. So so there might be something else going on.
But also, when you list say Cuba for not working, and not mentioning what 70 years of economic sanctions by the most powerful country in history.
Yeah, there was a concerted effort in a lot of cases to make these countries fail.
Yes. Or mentioning, Vietnam and not mention Vietnam and Laos, but not mentioning, Richard Milhouse Nixon.
Yeah.
So it's peculiar, and I'm not saying anything bad about Jeff, but there's some peculiarities there, and possibly even some dog whistles.
Yeah.
So certain things that he said, like, oh my God, they do that. It's like, you're threatening me with a good time. Like China, like, not mentioning that China is rivaling America right now.
Yeah. As we speak.
As we speak, America, since Obama, has done nothing but build up a facsimile of a tech sector. and crypto, we produce nothing except for rampant speculation.
Hype.
We are nothing but hype. And, welcome to the hype train, on Twitch. I mean, as I'm Twitch streaming, like, it's all just made up bullshit. And no mention of, like, China's high-speed rail or whatever. But he did mention about, like, how China will execute a billionaire or two.
Yeah.
Without mentioning, well, what did they do to get executed?
I hear that and I'm like, oh, you don't say.
That's the thing where I was like, don't you dare threaten me with a good time.
What an idea.
I mean, look, if someone, to cut costs, poisons an entire city with lead, I would rather have a law in the book saying we publicly execute that person than, I don't know, drug dealers.
Yeah.
just from a harm perspective. You know, I'm against capital punishment, but if you're going to kill somebody, you know, if the state is going to kill somebody, I'm looking at you, Twitch. I'm not breaking no rules. I'm talking about the state committing violence. You know, do it to, you know, do capital punishment on somebody that's really fucking people over. So,
yeah, doing things that are, I mean, if they had been done by a nation state, it would be pretty easy to understand that a war crime had been committed.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. You would be like, oh, you know, I forget. Yeah. Somebody who ran for Congress was like, was in like West Virginia. And it's like, if another country did this to us, we'd go to war over it. Like talking about like what the coal companies have done to like West Virginia.
Yeah.
And so, you know, it's like there was maybe a little bit of like, I don't know if the term is red baiting or whatever, if Jeff was engaged in that. Because he did talk about how that he's a member of the DSA in Kentucky, which actually does exist, the Bluegrass DSA. And after the talk, I was like, you know, hey, hook me up. So I gave him email. So that's supposedly going to get me in the door with the Bluegrass DSA, which is, I think, something that has kind of formed recently. Because there's stuff going on.
Yeah.
So
makes sense.
It does make sense. Because the Democrats are not doing anything. Because I hear God is on the throne.
They've got ping pong paddles. So we're okay.
I'm not familiar with that reference.
Oh God, it was at Trump's fucking bullshit speech last night.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you haven't seen the pictures of the Democrats sitting there with their fucking ping pong paddles that say like liar or fraud or whatever. I don't know. It's just really the most, like, the sad sackest, most performative liberal bullshit I've ever seen. It's really just, oh dear. They think they're doing something.
Yeah. I did see Elizabeth Warren on her phone looking like,
meanwhile,
distraught or whatever.
Yeah, and meanwhile Al Green just got his ass thrown out.
Hey, he did do something, and somebody should have been there to take, you know, as soon as he got thrown out, somebody should have, you know, took his place.
Right.
Yeah, and
then just sandbag the whole thing.
Yep.
Until it's like midnight and they're still throwing people out.
Yeah, and let him lose his. Yeah, let Orange Man lose his shit.
Oh yeah, and possibly give him a stroke.
The Shady Rogues do not condone strokes or have the power to cause strokes.
I can confirm I do not have the power.
Okay.
To cause strokes.
Because you would have used it.
Yeah.
I can also confirm that I would have stroked the motherfucker out. And hi, Squid.
Death Note drops in my lap. I'm just staying up all night writing names.
Right until the pencil breaks.
I'm like, let's do this, motherfucker.
We have a glorious revolution.
Little fucking demon guy is like, whoa, dude. Whoa, slow down.
You gotta ease up there, Oz.
Holy shit. Oh.
But something else that Jeff talked about, that, like, in context to when he joined the Bluegrass DSA, that they sent him an email and in it said, like, greetings, comrades. And he kind of, like, went on a little bit of a rant, like, you know, knock that shit off. Which I think that, you know, he was more firmly embedded in the Cold War, so he's probably more
Yeah.
red phobic than we are.
Yeah, and probably also paranoid of being accused of being a red.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because there has that phenomenon. It's one of the things that has really weakened and kind of hamstrung the left in America, is that kind of pathological need to be like, look, I'm no communist, right?
To punch left.
I'm an American. I'm not a red.
Or is that punching left, or hippie punching a little bit, kind of?
Yeah,
functionally the same kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, let's rob the bank.
All right, let's do it.
And let's see how many cops show up for that. Meanwhile, Elon, still a free man.
Yeah.
So there we go.
Breaking the law left and right.
Yep. So I'm trying to think of some other highlights from this little thing, because I do want your opinion. Like, I did get the sense that because so he did go over like some of the stuff that, like, communists say this, like, whatever 10 things, these are the tenets of a communism and so forth, and more, I guess, revolutionary minded. It's a political movement, not an economic system, blah, blah, blah. Way more describing capitalism as gravity, rather than a system that we all believe in with, dare I say,
invented by humans.
Invented by humans and maintained by empire.
Yeah.
Although at one point in time he did say that, America is basically an empire in decline, and I was like, I'm proud of you, Jeff. I didn't think you were going to go there.
Yeah.
Like, my sense was FDR, he's got the FDR t-shirt. He wasn't actually wearing one, but, like, he very much went into FDR and that style of socialism. But
socialism with American characteristics.
Basically, that we're a mixed we need to be a mixed economy, and we need to bring balance to the force, and that our way of life will work if capitalism is highly regulated. Because we're a mixed economy. Like, I got Jink of TYT vibes. That he believes in capitalism. Because his material experience is different from, say, mine. Because I'm pretty sure that he benefited from a system more than, say, we have. That he didn't go through the Great Recession.
Right.
Because I know many of people that are, professional victims of the Great Recession. Thanks, Obama.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. And also more of a... I don't know. I don't... Like... Likes billionaires...
Hollow, man.
Likes billionaires more than I do, clearly. like a little bit of like great man history, like I like,
yeah,
like a veneration of of the wealthy because they're the ones taking the risks.
Yeah, are they?
Yeah.
Are they really though?
And most of our billionaires come from the working class, and I'm like,
do they though?
But do they? And it's just, so I'm not saying that he gave bad information. And
there's still the propaganda in there. That's a lifetime.
It's the editorializing, and that's fine because I would have editorialized in a different way.
Yeah.
Like I get that, but at the same time, it's that kind of centrist notion of like, well, I'm just giving the facts. NPR is just giving the facts. That's why we have Amy Klobuchar here and James Carville to talk about how the left have lost their minds.
Yeah. I'm just telling you about objective reality.
Yes, because capitalism is just as objectively real as gravity.
Yeah.
And that's complete
and is immutable. Yeah.
Say again.
And is immutable.
Yes.
Yeah. It is a force of nature.
Yes. So it's that naturalizing fiction that, you get the thinkers like Ben Shapiro or Jordan Peterson who, try to make various hierarchies just the law of reality, like gravity.
Yeah.
Like you can just test for gender.
Yeah.
This is a gender test. So, yeah. So,
and gravity's a great example because we have no idea how it works.
Yeah.
It does seem to work every time.
Yeah.
We don't know how.
Yeah. We know enough to be dangerous.
Yeah.
I've been held. Ed 209 has come to hold me.
And also, and just think what we could do if we could control gravity.
Yeah. One of the things that he did focus on the Nordic countries.
Okay.
And one of the things that he specifically mentioned that I found dog whistly, but not necessarily problematic yet, he used the homogeneity argument. And that is about as dog whistly as you can get as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Because and for those of you in the future, the present, that don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, that it's like socialism works in the Nordic countries because they're homogeneic, or they're all the same there, and that can and he did try to specify because they all speak the same language, because a worker coming there, they don't speak the language, so they can't get a job. Even though that's blatantly just not fucking true.
Well, yeah.
I mean, that's basically just, it's like one of these, like, just so things.
Yeah, it's at best an incredible oversimplification.
It is. So, and people like, say, Jordan Peterson will say, Western culture. Or, or other people say, I'm a Western chauvinist or whatever. And it's just focusing on, we're all, it's really just saying, hey, we're all white or we're all Christian. Because depending on who hears homogeneity, they're gonna interpret that differently. When on your slide, you can say, they all speak the same language. You could just say that.
Yeah,
if that's what you mean.
Yeah, and it's kind of intrinsically fashy. I mean,
yes,
It brings to mind, like German ideas about folkishness, right? And their obsession with like German-speaking peoples, creating one of the Greater Deutschland, Greater Germany, by annexing all of the German-speaking peoples of Europe. Greater Germany.
Is that why we're gonna have Greater America, also known as Canada?
Yeah, I don't know.
All this has happened. All this has happened before.
Yeah. The annexation of Canada is a thing that happens in the Fallout universe.
That documentary Fallout.
He's pointing that out. The United States violently annexed Canada. Preceding the apocalypse.
Yeah. A number of people in the room are, like-minded people who don't like what's going on, and they're scared, and like good liberals, they're trying to educate themselves out of a problem.
Yeah.
And education only works so well. Education is not the only thing that you have to do.
Yeah, it's kind of the awareness problem, right? Becoming aware is but the first step.
Yes.
Because at some point you have to act on your knowledge.
You have to apply political pressure. You have to form a union. You have to get a death note, and you have to start.
Have to start scribbling names.
That is a joke. I do not have the ability to cause blood bleeding in the brain. I
Death note is not real.
The blood-brain barrier.
But if the death note is real, and I get one, you will find out. It will be a surprise for everyone.
If Brent gets a magic artifact.
I'll give you the Men's Warehouse guarantee, though. You're going to like the way you look.
Oh, God.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, God. Anyway, moving on.
Next.
I do want to say one other thing, because I feel like I embarrassed the shit out of me at this meeting, because like there was I want to say that I am glad that Jeff did this. Like he did a public good in trying to point people in the right direction, making socialism less of a scary thing. I think that is good.
Yeah.
That is good. So he answered questions for, this thing lasted for a couple hours, and his spiel, I think, was about an hour and 15 minutes, and then, he was taking questions and so forth. And inevitably somebody was like, who the Democrats going to run, that kind of stuff. And he did say, Bernie's too old. And he said I gotta remember what he said. He said, I'd like to vote for Buttigieg if he runs. And as soon as he said Buttigieg, I was in the back row and I went, loud enough to embarrass myself pretty thoroughly.
That's just a visceral reaction. There's nothing you can do about that. An understandable reaction.
So, and And
in lieu of
after
projectile vomiting, so really
Yeah.
you did them all a favor.
So, and afterwards, when I went up to him and shook his hand, and I was like, hey, thanks for doing this, and I said, I'm sorry, I have an allergy to Buttigieg. and I told him, I said, if only to have Bernie on the debate stage, I want him there. If only just to have him on the debate stage, to pull everybody to the left. I want him there.
Yeah.
And he's still spry. He's still playing b-ball. Fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it.
Because he's doing a fuck the oligarchs tour, and he's not setting with his paddles.
Yeah. He's not west winging us into oblivion.
Yes. So
as if Trump's gonna have a come to Jesus moment and realize he's been a naughty boy.
Yes.
He will be sufficiently shamed. The most shameless man in America.
Yes. Yes.
I don't think anyone has been so shameless since Larry Flint. But
Yeah.
he will be shamed.
There is no it's just not happening. What else? I do like AOC Squid. I like Jasmine Crockett, but I hear she oh fuck. I just got killed by a girl. I hear she's into crypto. I don't know that for a fact, but there is a little bit of a tendency to have younger African American people being into crypto as part of our scratch off culture.
Yeah.
So I've heard that she is into crypto. If she joins the crypto caucus with Richie Torres, then no go. Then no go. But I haven't heard I've only heard people I follow talking about, yeah, she's into crypto, but I haven't had a full accounting of the receipts.
Yeah.
But also no candidate is perfect.
True.
No candidate is perfect. I really like Elizabeth Warren. She's terrible at politics.
Yes.
I do like her unabashed sass. Jasmine Crockett. I wish Elizabeth Warren was more sassy.
Could use more sass overall.
Yeah. But again, all of these people so much better than a standard Republican. Right. I mean, honestly, I'd take a standard Republican over most of the fucking monsters that, Trump has got.
Yeah, that's where we are now.
Okay, we blew up a building. In a video game.
Hooray us.
The glorious.
Not sure why we did it, but...
Okay.
I'm a villain, I don't really need a reason, per se.
Well, my character is a time traveler. I don't know. That building is going to be the Hitler of buildings in the future.
You have your reasons. We can't understand them. You're playing four-dimensional chess. Me, I'm just a skull aficionado.
Have we
Just a humble collector of skulls.
broke everything here?
Here's a guy who needs to be broken.
Okay.
All right. No.
I do think
Whatever.
Tim Walls seems to be getting out there.
Oh, here's someone.
I hope he.
Yeah, because I mean he talked some good talk.
He does. He does.
Yeah.
I think
And has that Midwestern thing going for him.
Yeah, I do like him. He was the best part of that tag team.
Yeah. Maybe in retrospect, the only functional part.
Yes. Yes. So until that meeting, I had never heard of social capitalism. I'd never heard of that.
Yeah, that's an interesting one.
Like, I would almost bet money that Jeff is a reformed Republican.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Because I get an Elizabeth Warren vibe. A reformer. So he is the rightmost of the left. And I'm going in this pawn shop, and that's that's fine, because there's coexistence in that, and the Great Revolution can come another day. So I've heard you say that you identify as a communist.
More or less.
So what is your sales pitch for communism?
Oh man. That's a complicated subject.
I am curious, because you're an opinionated person, and I respect your opinion, and sell me on abolishing private property.
Abolishing private property and seizing means of production.
Okay. Okay.
It's all right. It's basically the idea that civilization and I'm gonna probably float some anarchist stuff in here because I'm kind of on that vein as well.
Okay. Now,
but the idea.
I was gonna say, like, I don't know if the term is like statist. I'm not married to the state, but the state is what gets shit done.
Yeah, and I kind of consider that a battle for another time.
Okay, all right.
Maybe, which isn't super orthodox of me, but I'm kind of orthodoxy resistant anyway.
I get that.
Right. Yeah. I don't want to join a cult.
Okay. Yes.
Let me put it that way.
Okay.
So basically, and I mean, admittedly, it's kind of slightly utopian, I guess, but it's imagining that after 2 million years of modern human existence, 12,000 years of civilization as we understand it, that we can finally get to a point where we have won the game.
Okay.
Won the game of physical existence as much as we can.
Oh, you're losing the game, homie. You're puking over there by at 209. I'm sorry.
Grow up. This robot's making me puke. Just out of my skull. What am I puking up? Souls.
Yeah, no problem, Squid. I realize I sent you that link with zero context for what it was, but anyway.
Oh, God.
Can you talk about communism while being juggled?
That is, the answer is no. All my synapses are engaged.
Having a conversation while playing a video game, it is hard mode. It really is.
It is. Try and have coherent thoughts.
Yeah. And, I mean,
part of my rotation.
Part of the reason why I wanted to get your take, because throughout the talk with Jeff's talk, there's this not taking care of, like acknowledging that like capitalism sucks, but coaching it in this, well, gravity is a cruel mistress. These
we
are all
can't
choices.
do anything else. Yeah, that the idea of cooperative ownership of the earth and all of the physical things in it, that we can collectively leverage that to maximize everybody's well-being
and I can
and
get behind
minimize everybody's suffering.
Yes.
Because we can't eliminate it, because we still live in the physical universe.
We're not there yet.
We're doomed to get sick and die, and we haven't transcended our bodies.
But we can get rid of measles.
But we can't get rid of measles, right? And I'm like, we can all live wonderful, fulfilling lives, and the only thing that we have to give up is rich people.
Okay, yeah, that sounds pretty good.
Literally the only thing we have to lose.
And right now, the only thing that I want to fight about is billionaires.
Yeah, and start there.
Yeah.
Right? That's good, because that's kind of the most egregious and grotesque example of, kind of where these propertarian capitalist mindsets lead you, which is just endless wealth accumulation for its own sake.
Yes.
Like, people don't even understand how much
Lord.
a billion is.
Yes.
It's, if you made $1 million a year, it would take you 1,000 years to become a billionaire.
But they take all the risk?
Do they take billions worth of risk? Because, I've seen the risks, I've seen the consequences of their risk, the consequences of their failure, which is that there are none.
They'll be fine.
They'll be fine. They just bounce back. They'll have a new venture. They'll get more people to give them money to do whatever stupid thing they've thought of next. Like, rich people never become not rich. They can't fuck up enough that they lose all of their money. It's just not possible.
Jeff Bezos' ex is desperately trying to get rid of the money that she got.
Right? It's hard to do. So it's Brewster's Millions, right?
Yeah.
Like, even trying to spend these ridiculous sums of money. Like, how do you do it other than, like, starting a military or building a space base? Nation state stuff.
Or owning your own private island while you, I don't know, gather intel on powerful people and which may not be, I don't know, may or may not be affiliated with Mossad. I don't know.
Who knows?
May or may not be.
Yeah.
Based on connections with the mistress and the dad of the mistress and so forth. But anyway.
I mean, it's pretty corny, but like, I feel like my ideal world, my ideal future would be like Star Trek post-scarcity.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. The fully automated space communism.
Yeah. Fully automated space communism. Everything's taken care of. You don't have to worry about where you're going to live, what you're going to eat,
Your
if your air's clean, your health care.
Your needs.
You don't have to, yeah. You just don't have to worry about all of that really crummy stuff that we've spent literally thousands of years trying to escape.
Yes.
Privation, the terrors of nature. Like, and we've gone to really just tremendous lengths to, like, get rid of measles. Because measles sucks. It's bad. Everyone hated it.
Like, okay, I'm going to do a public service announcement. Make sure everybody, you got your MMR vaccine. Those of you who ain't got kids and so forth, and make sure you're up to date, because measles bad, yo, and it's going to get worse. I am not a doctor, but I believe in fucking vaccines, and you don't need to be a fucking medical professional to say get vaccinated. That is all.
It's like we were supposed to get to the point where it's like, no, nobody has to get a measles vaccine because nobody gets the fucking measles.
Because it's gone. It is eradicated.
It's gone. We've gotten rid of it.
And it was almost fucking gone.
And it was almost there. And we fucked it up.
Yes.
And why did it get fucked up? Capitalism fucked it up.
Capitalism and conspiracy theories and brainworms.
Yeah.
So
conspiracy theories and brainworms that benefit the capitalists.
Yes. Because if you're getting your what fucking fish cod oil to treat, I don't know, some bullshit. I didn't even know this.
Yeah, cod liver oil.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, cod liver oil. Like it's 1928. What ails you, young man? Oh, I don't know. I've got consumption. A spoonful of cod liver oil fix you right up.
Step right up.
Step right up.
What? Oh my God.
I've got all these elixirs and filters and unguents that you can buy. It'll cure any disease known to man and give you a 4-hour boner.